You guys smell something in the air? Because I smell a building montage coming right on up. Anyways, welcome back everyone to the Wave Survival Challenge. Joined by Ryan Howard once again, we have survived for around 4 days in the apocalypse, giving me 3 full in-game days to build out my defenses, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Last episode, we went ahead and grabbed a bunch of materials, so we are quite literally ready to do whatever we need to survive. We have nails, we have scrap metal, we have weaponry, and we have the heart. And more importantly, 5 whole boxes of nails, which should help me out. So yeah, we are going to be chopping down trees, digging out spike pits, and building fences at our little entrance zone right down there. And looking at the gate right now, it's gonna be quite a bit of work to get this thing to be serviceable. First things first, let's clear out the zombies, and then I can kind of lay out an action plan for our defense, right? It is only the first week, so we don't need to be as insane on the builds, but we definitely want something that will work. So I'm gonna shout, get all the zombies over where I'm at, and we'll work from there. Weirdly enough, there were only 2 zombies. I swear I remember 3, but I don't see any zombies nearby, and they're not being brought out by my shouting, so wherever they are, they're not much of a problem right now. Anyways, this opening right here is our last line of defense, and right now, as you see from the sides, we got around 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles of fence on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles on this side. Though I don't really count the one right here because it's filled up by concrete, but right now, I'm thinking, right, we set up spike pits along the side of the 4 tiles on both ends, adding in fences in between to slow down the zombie horde, and then doing some barricade mishmash in the front as well to prevent zombies from just walking on in. So the front area is going to be blocked off, hopefully, and the sides are going to be where the zombies actually want to go through, and we are going to make it hell for them. Hopefully. It's gonna require quite a bit of planks, so before I do anything else, I want to lay out the general structure. So I actually need to go back to my base to grab a shovel, and then we can dig out the outline, making spears after that. Yeah, here we are. Now that we have the shovel, I can show you exactly what I'm planning. Well, it looks like we've already met our first roadblock with this whole plan. I can't dig a grave nearby the fence line, so this means we are instead gonna be just moving over a single tile, and I will just plug up this last little bit of tile with some barricades. Hopefully the barricades are actually allowed down. Maybe I should go check that really quick before I double down on anything right now. So let's go grab some lumber. We could chop down the trees, but right now, just, in a pinch, what I'm gonna do is run down to the massive pile of lumber right down here, grabbing the nearby logs, making my life easier. And in order to make myself a low barricade, I'm gonna need 12 planks, which is going to be 4 logs. So here's 1. Here's 2, 3, 4. Up next, we saw them up. So that I can place a very nice barricade, and it does look like we can place them down right here. Okay, my plan is a go. We're gonna go do the same on the other side, but right now, we gotta dig out the graves, or pits, I guess, which shouldn't take long at all. Oh my god, don't do that to me, ma'am. Oh, my heart. I forget that these are fence lines, and the zombie pathing with fences in this game is kind of funky, right? Because sometimes you get the occasional zombie that will just follow the outline of this entire fence line, beelining straight towards my location. Thankfully, I was prepared for that, but man, that was terrifying. You know what? Maybe we should clear out some of the zombies nearby before I go ahead and dig out the rest. After a little bit of time, we have all of the pits dug out, and I really do hope that my plan is starting to seem a little bit more, I guess, realized, right? Because now that we have these down, what I'm planning on doing is having a wooden fence to accompany each and every one of the pits, right? So we're gonna have a fence up in the front, a spike pit, a little bit of open ground which I might fill up with traps later or even sentry turrets to have another fence line and yet even more spike pits. The reason why I decided to go for them to be too spaced out apart is so I have a little bit of room to actually, you know, replace the traps after they get used up. And looking at the overall cost of these spears, it is going to be astronomical. And looking at the cost of the spears, we're gonna need a lot even with this small amount. But yeah, that is quite literally it. Up next, we are gonna be chopping down trees to make some planks so I can fill up the other 1, 2, 3, 4 barricades. I'm not gonna grab any more lumber from the log pile, by the way, because there's not much there. And I'd much rather have that as emergency because it's already packed out and ready to rock. So yeah, it's time to chop down the forest in front of me as well. Please don't jump me, zombies, while I'm doing this. Oh, that is the last thing I need, man. Okay, that's not very good. If you guys are wondering, that is a meta event that will change the migration of certain zombies. And when I'm chopping down a forest with a lot of blind spots, I don't feel too good about that. But boom, we've chopped down quite the swath of trees, and I'm hoping this is gonna be enough. So let's go grab 4 logs to set up the extra barricade, and then I think we're just gonna focus on filling up each and every single one of the spike traps. Yeah, so each log is gonna have 3 spikes worth. Really, the only problem and resources that I see that's a zombie. That's a zombie right there. Hey, sir, don't even try it. Oh, good lord. Okay, there's a lot coming in. I'm gonna have to drop the logs. Hurry up, drop it. We're good. Okay. That is exactly why you need to take heed to those certain things. Oh man, I'm glad I really took my time chopping down these trees. All right, is there anyone else? No, it looks to be safe-ish. I say that with very loose wording, by the way. Also, we leveled up our maintenance to level 3, which is fantastic, you know, for chopping down trees. Okay, let's go grab this final log, ready to drop it at a moment's notice so that I can finally fill in those silly little gaps. That looks like an extremely sturdy barricade, but boom. I'm not gonna add in the other barricades because of how expensive they are. Right now, I want to focus on just getting as much, I would say, offensive defensive capabilities as possible, because each of these spears that I craft up for the future might be a future dead zombie that I need to kill. And the main way I think I'm gonna dispatch this first week's horde is to wait for them to come on over, killing all of the sprinter zombies with the spike traps and my pistol, and then kiting the rest of the walking zombies with a mix of melee and firepower. There's only going to be about 100 zombies, so it's not going to be as bad, and I would really like to save the majority of my ammo and turrets for when the hordes get extremely dire. And to think all of this progress quite literally took me the entire day. Okay, another thing that we need really bad are knives. We don't have any knives at all, actually. So what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day is look around for stones so I can use those to convert into spears. Yeah, okay, so I guess I'll let you know if I find any. Usually they're pretty common, so I'm not really worried. Look at that, we already got, those are maggots, not stones. Okay, we're gonna have to look around a bit. That's a cooking pot, not a stone. Pretty cool though, I guess I'll take it. Ooh, on top of that, we also have ourselves an empty bottle, a piece of scrap metal. Man, this really reminds me of the Trailer Park Challenge, and a chipped stone. That's what I'm looking out for, so hopefully we get some more of those. And you know what? Screw this. I have actually a 10 times better idea. If you guys didn't know, you can actually get rocks in a very easy manner with these concrete roadblocks here. Now, yes, you can use them as a fence, but in order to pick them up, I need a crowbar, and I would much rather just have the wooden fence, which I can repair and replace very easily instead of lugging around 25-pound blocks of concrete. But what you can do is if you have a hammer, you can disassemble said roadblocks, and once you're done disassembling it, you get yourself 4 stones each, which then I, because of a mod, can turn each of the stones into 2 chipped stones per stone, which means I have around 10 chipped stones, just like that. Yeah, no, we're definitely gaming today. Okay, with that, I think we are gonna go to bed, having a quick cigarette, maybe something to eat, and I will see you all tomorrow when I finally finish up our spike traps. Anyways, welcome to day 5, and today is really the day that I feel like I made the right call to delay the Horde night by every 7 days instead of every 5, because we have barely gotten started. Who would have thought that lumber work and construction would actually take up a lot of time, huh? It's absolutely insane. You know what else is insane? This damn fog. It always follows me, and when I need to be on my tippy toes, this is not a good weather pattern to have. But we have the chipped stones, we have the lumber. Now it's time to fill up these pits and to make them deadly. And once we have the spears, we can throw them right in the graves. Now, I will say this, if I step into the spear traps, I will die instantly. So, by all means, I need to avoid stepping in those spear traps. If I do, I will never live it down, and I will uninstall Project Zomboid for the week. I would quite literally go through ego death if I died by one of these. But yeah, each of these graves takes 5 spears each, which might be 5 dead zombies. So all in all, we need, how many spears? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We need 100 spears. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. We're probably gonna have to chop down some more trees, but hopefully by the time we do need to do that, it'll be light, or it'll be a bit better out in terms of visibility. So, it's time to do a big ol' bop montage. Bop, bop, bop! Hey, not bad. We also leveled up doing all of this. Though sadly, all of our chipped stones are going by pretty quick, so we need to disassemble even more concrete barriers. Hopefully, this small set here should get me through the entire 100, and honestly, having these nearby is a damn blessing. But with level 3 carpentry, that opens up quite a few new things. For one, it allows me to make wooden cheval de frise, which is just a set of wooden spikes designed to damage zombies. So I might set up a layer of that next Horde night. For now, I want the very efficient but fragile spear traps. They should get me through just fine, and then we can worry about getting some more spike traps after. Yeah. Oh, I love these concrete barriers so much. That's another 22 chipped stones right there. Hey, would you look at that? The fog cleared up as well. And you know what? I see a couple of zombies down here. I kinda want to test my barricade solution with a control before I go any further, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these planks here to go craft up a couple of fences to place in front of, I would say, these 2 spike pits here. Just to see if zombies will actually crawl over and fall into a pit of spikes, or if it will make them somehow immune. I need to figure out this stuff right now, right? So yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, especially because we have the time to actually waste. We got the fences set down. Now, let's go attract one singular zombie to see if it works. And I'm gonna go for you right down here, idiot. Come on. Oh, it's a sprinter. Of all the ones, huh? All right, we're gonna have to run faster then, and then we can move right behind here. All right, moment of truth. Of course, the idiot went into the only one that wasn't covered by spears. I hate zombies sometimes, man. Yes? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. Well, instead of having the fence here, what I'm gonna do is disassemble those and place them on the outside here. That's exactly why we do testing, because if I would have done that during Horde Night, I would have seemed real silly, huh? And aside from the 2 brave zombies that were able to help me figure out my hypothesis, I think the rest of this day is gonna be pretty boring. So what I'm gonna do is go through a massive montage of just building to finally get my defenses down. And in order to actually showcase what the defense is gonna look like now, I'm gonna grab the last 2 remaining planks here so I can go drop them down in the back here. I'm so thankful I decided to space these out by 2. You know, props to future me, or props to past me for figuring that one out. But how's it gonna look with the fences on the other side? Honestly, not that bad. Okay, I like this a lot more because it actually gives me a good inventory of the amount of spikes I have as well. Okay, no, we figured it out. All I need to do is get even more lumber, because right now that small amount is not gonna cut it. So we're probably gonna have to cut into more of this forest, maybe fighting off some more zombies, but it's gonna be a lot of boring building. So I'm not here to bore you, I'm here to build. Bam. Anyways, welcome everyone to day number 6, which means we have one final day until the Horde hits. I think we're just about prepared, but also at the same time, I didn't realize how many chipped stones you need in order to create all of those spears right. Because we had like 20 at the start, we're down to 2. We're actually down to like, yeah, we're down to literally 2. So what I'm gonna do is go grab this meat cleaver so I can make more spears in a pinch. But yeah, we're gonna go finish it off. There's about, I would say, 4 to 5 graves that still need to be filled, but it's looking fantastic so far. And I figured out a pretty good strategy on how to transport the spears without breaking my back, which I'll show you right now. But first, let's take a little look at my new set of spear traps. Look at it in all of its glory, man. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill a lot of zombies with this, hopefully. But yeah, as you see right there, we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 technically of pits that we still need to trap up. But all I literally do is I go down here, chop down some trees. I also switched over to my fire axe because it only takes 6 hits instead of like 12. But I actually saw up the logs right here in the piles, because if you guys didn't know, you need 1 plank for 1 spear. So if you do all of that out here, you can actually carry a whole lot more spears than if you went up individually with each plank. So yeah, I have them in massive piles. We need 15 more planks, and we have 15 right here. So all I do is create 16 spears in this little pile, and we will be all set. The only problem with this strat is that it's very easy for a zombie to ambush me, so I'm always on high alert, you know what I mean? It could happen any damn moment. But please give me enough to make enough. No, we have 10 spears. Well, that's all we can ever make. My meat cleaver's broken, we're out of chip stones, so we'll have to grab some of those next time. But we can at least finish off these 2. Here, and over here. Bada boom. I'm really sad we didn't have enough for that 1 pit there, but we have about 95 spears ready to kill zombies. So you know what? I'll count that as a win. Also, from making all of the spears, we leveled up carpentry to level 4. So I think the final nail in the coffin for today is going to be some Chevelle de Frises, right? We can grab the strips of cloth from these dead zombies, and we can plug up the massive center area so no zombies just completely circumvent my traps, right? So let's go collect the ripped sheets. and the leftover planks, crafting up a very rudimentary defensive option. There we are. As you see, I decided to not completely fill in the gap because 1, I wouldn't have a way to enter my base, and 2, it might still mess up the zombies' pathing, but I think we're just about done. Yeah, look at that. We can slip right in. All I need to do is have my pistol ready to rock. We sit in the middle and let the zombies stream on in like that. Though I need to kill them because if they waste my spear traps before Horde Night starts, that's going to be extremely depressing. But with me finally putting in all of the spears, I think it's a fantastic time to end the episode. So if you guys have liked the episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more for the big Horde Night tomorrow. Anyways, I will see you then. Peace the hell out, everyone.